What's up, man? Let me take you for a little spin, man. Show you what it feel like.
I gotta go make these drop-offs.
Man, you think you're the only one out here working, B? Gotta make drop-offs too, B. Come on, man, get in, man. I ain't taking no for an answer, man.
Get in, man. I'm not taking no for an answer. Welcome back to the No Cap Podcast. I'm your host, SaloHommie Moe. Thank you for listening. Before we get into today's episode, I need you all to do me a small favor. Wherever you may be listening to the No Cap Podcast, like and subscribe. I'm available on all major platforms or wherever you listen to podcasts. The No Cap Podcast is now streaming on Hidden City Radio Monday through Friday at 1:15 p.m. So you can now catch the No Cap Podcast on Hidden City Radio Monday through Friday at hiddencityradio.net. Check out the Facebook page. Check out the website. Like, subscribe. If All Day Radio is something that you into, they got good music. That's something you might want to definitely check out. But for today's episode, it's like many of my episodes, no script, no cap. I understand I may have some new listeners to this episode just because of the title I plan to put with it. But basically, no cap is basically raw, unfiltered, uncut. You know what I'm saying? My true opinion. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily worrying about who might feel about, you know what I'm saying, some type of way about it. It's just how it is, no cap. So what's on my heart today is, and I plan to title the podcast this, but I haven't, you know what I'm saying, put it in final yet, but my supervisor passed away from COVID-19. Now, I work in a warehouse. I got a handful of supervisors. To be honest, I don't even know the guy's exact title. If I'm not mistaken, he was the building manager. You know what I'm saying? I'm a order selector in a warehouse. I drive heavy equipment, shit like that. So, he was fairly new at his job. I don't want to say he was new at his job, but he was new at the position at my job. Like, it had been, you know what I'm saying, it had been a guy before him. And, he was an asshole. His name was Steve Korn. He was a fucking asshole. And if you ask me, he was racist. I say he was racist in the sense of, and this is all just my opinion, you know what I'm saying? This is No Cap Podcast. If I'm wrong, you're more than able to, reach out to me. My contact information is in the description of this podcast. Reach out to me any day, anytime, and we can link up. We can get you on the podcast. We can talk about it. But he was one of them racist white men when it was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like in his prime, him growing up, him going through adulthood, you know what I'm saying? It was okay to treat black people and brown people like shit. It was okay to talk to black and brown people any way you wanted to. So it's like now in 2020, these older white men that were young back when that shit was okay, you know what I'm saying, they whole lives, it's like now they gotta act a certain, it's acting because, you know what I'm saying, that's not what's on their heart, you know what I'm saying, cause it was just okay to hate niggas. Now we gotta like these motherfuckers, shit like that, you know what I'm saying. And my job, you come in, start making a decent wage, and I've been there 5 years, and I'm making what a lot of people consider a decent wage now, but I still feel like it's not enough for my services. But that's a topic for another podcast. But basically, it's like every interaction, the first couple interactions I had with the man, it was just like no respect was given. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not one of them people to say I'm big on respect, because if I don't know you we don't have to speak at all. We don't have to have no interaction at all, period. So you don't have to give me no respect. And I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to give you any respect. I'm not going to disrespect you, and you're not going to disrespect me. Cool. So it's like the first couple interactions I had with the man, it was just wrong. You know what I'm saying? Just at the, like, his temperature was all wrong every interaction. Like, every interaction, it was him. Like, the first interaction, I'm not going to go deep into the story detail by detail, but basically, he walked up on me and demanded something of me, like my first day. This is the first building manager. Like, my first day in the building, my job consists of a few buildings. I had switched from one building after being there for a couple years to another building. Boom. So I'm in the building. He walk up on me and demand something of me. Demand me to do something. You know what I'm saying? Now, I understand I'm in my slavery. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their titles. Everybody got their positions. Cool. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I know how to play my role. I know how to do my job. Cool. But before all of that shit, I'm a man. Period. And I go for supervisors, managers, friends, family, police officers, army veterans, senior citizens. Before any of that shit, I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? And I got kids. I got a son any day now that's coming. And you think I'm finna let anybody talk to me any old kind of way? I don't, you know what I'm saying? I know how to say that to somebody without cussing them out. And that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? I basically let them know, like, first of all, I don't know you. So before you demand anything of me, you need to introduce yourself. And then, considering your position in this building, you should already know who I am, but you don't. So we're going to start this over. Who are you? And then, you know what I'm saying, I can see if I, you know what I'm saying, if that's something that I need to do. You know what I'm saying? But it was just all bad vibes. And it was like, from there, it was like slight downhill, kinda. You know what I'm saying? Our next interaction was something like he, you know what I'm saying, walked up on me, you know what I'm saying, and I had to, you know what I'm saying, do everything but hit him. Like, I made him feel like it was a possibility that it could get physical, you know what I'm saying, but he, like, basically, it was kind of like the same situation. Walked up on me, demanding, you know what I'm saying, something on me. I was on my phone, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, I was on my phone. He walked up on me, he like pointed his finger in my face and shit. And I'm, hold on, boy, bucko, you know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man. You chill with that finger shit. Like, for real, like, I don't play that on shorty. Like, I'm a man at the end of the day. So, like, in situations like that, the only thing you can do, you know what I'm saying, because you can't, you know what I'm saying, do in your head what's going on in your head. And your head is like, I'm finna beat this motherfucker. I'm finna put his ass in the chicken wing. Fuck you talking about? But, you know what I'm saying, I'm not no dummy. So, I had to step back and assess the situation, and by doing that, I had ended up calling, like, my job got like a 1-800 number, walked the bop, went through them stages, and ever since then, it wasn't no issues with the man, you know what I'm saying? Ever since I did that, it was hi, bye, hey, you know what I'm saying? And I'm still not trying to kick it, you know what I'm saying? He gonna say good morning, I'm gonna give him a head nod just because, you know what I'm saying? Like I was saying, we don't have to speak at all. You don't have to give me no respect. I don't have to give you no respect. But what you're not gonna do is disrespect me. And that's anywhere. In a job, in the back of a police car, in the courtroom. And I'm gonna stand on that. So, moving on to my current supervisor, and, you know what I'm saying, I wanna say the title of this podcast really, but, you know, when I make a title to a podcast, I also try to think of something that's going to draw people in, you know what I'm saying? People that's not necessarily already listeners. Like, try to make a title that's going to make a motherfucker click on it, you know what I'm saying? And not just on some sneak shit, but just, you know what I'm saying, also on some, you know what I'm saying, just to draw them in, cause for real, it's real shit, you know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, the supervisor that passed away now, it was kind of like the same situation with the man. You know what I'm saying? An older white man who didn't know how to talk to people. And I don't know, he didn't know how to talk to black and brown people. And like I said, this is a no cap podcast, so I'm not even gonna beat around the bush and act like it's something different just from seeing how he interact with the other you know what I'm saying, my other coworkers, you know what I'm saying, that's not black or brown. So when the whole COVID thing started, they was over tough, you know what I'm saying, with not. So I'm in the food industry, so when the COVID shit first started, it was like, it was never under no circumstances like they was ever talking about shutting my job down. So when it first started, when the shutdown shit, all the shutdown shit was going on and it first started, what they wanted to do was they had gave us like permission slips from the governor, Walter Bob, to keep on us at all times. So we coming and going from work in case we have to interact with some 12 on some bullshit, we can show them the note and be like, yeah, we good, Walter Bob, we could be outside type shit. So whole time, like when that shit going on, they trying to downplay the situation on Shorty. Like I'm Walter Bob, like this, like before the mask before they started saying you can wear the mask and shit, they Walter Bob, a mask ain't mandatory, woo woo. Then they come in the next 2 weeks like mask is mandatory, Walter Bob, woo woo. Alright, cool. Now, I work in a warehouse, you know what I'm saying? So wearing a mask for 8 to 10 hours is slight impossible. You know what I'm saying? You gonna take that mask off, period. And not only is you gonna take that mask off, you're going to work with that mask off. Not because you want to, it's because you kinda have to. Cause it's kinda hard to do your job and wear a mask for 8 to 10 hours a day. Not only do I work 8 hours, you know what I'm saying, I work mandatory overtime up to 2 hours. And I'm not complaining. That's what I signed up for. I mean, they told me that shit in the gate, you know what I'm saying? And that's not what this podcast is about. I'm not bashing my job. It's the best job I ever had. But as far as dude go, you know what I'm saying, I just want to say a few things. Now, like I was telling you guys, he was giving off like the white old racist vibes, you know what I'm saying? And this guy, he was better, you know what I'm saying, at concealing it. But like I said, I do a lot of, you know what I'm saying, like my people are scientists and researchers, and I do a lot of research, you know what I'm saying? And I could see what they say on the street, if you know, you know what I'm saying? So basically, you know what I'm saying, he was better at hiding it, but it was still the same type of vibes, and I still had like the same couple interactions with the man. And one thing that I feel like is because, you know what I'm saying, based off my appearance, I feel like a lot of white people judge me and they think, you know what I'm saying, they think they finna walk up and say some slick shit and have a one up on me, or, you know what I'm saying, not knowing that I'm well spoken and that I can outthink them, you know what I'm saying, 100 times over. So it was a situation with this guy. It was like when the mask was being enforced, I was talking to a young lady. I was at work talking to a young lady about a time clock. And her mask, it was on, but it was on her chin because we were speaking. Also, it was mine. But, you know, and that's another thing, I guess, probably be in another podcast, but you know what I'm saying, especially with men who not really in their heart, like they're not really fearless in their heart. They know what other men they can do, and you know what I'm saying, how they can come at them, you know what I'm saying. They might act tough with everybody else, but in their heart, you know what I'm saying, they can see a real stand-up guy, and they not even gonna attempt it. I don't care who they is, and if they do, they got a badge and a gun. That's how people get shot. So that's neither here nor there. But to keep it moving, he walks up and he just like points his finger literally at her face and like, put your mask on. You know what I'm saying? Don't say nothing else. Just finger in your face, put your mask on. Like, yeah. I'm like, hold on. You mean good morning? You mean excuse me? You know what I'm saying? He walk off, good morning. You know what I'm saying? It's not even, not because I want the good morning. You know what I'm saying? It's because that's not how the fuck you talk to people. You know what I'm saying? I know you wouldn't be okay if nobody walked up to your daughter and talked to her like that. I knew you would have felt some type of way if I would have walked up to your daughter and pointed my finger in her face and was like, hey, put that mask on right now. So, I don't know if y'all kind of smell what I'm stepping in right now, but you know what I'm saying? He passed from COVID-19, and this at the early stages, just when this was like 2 weeks after my job, you know what I'm saying? They capped because they doing everything to make us feel comfortable because we have to work through the pandemic like in the midst of all these other places and companies getting shut down. We not getting shut down. Like they letting us know that off bat because we a major food pusher. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers gotta eat. The grocery store's not closing. Boom. So it's like once the mask mandate went up, you know what I'm saying? He was the mask police. You know what I'm saying? The fucking mask police. Mask 12 on Shorty. I'm not gonna lie to you. So boom. The man, it started to become a thing. Like I said, you can't do your job from 8 to 10 hours with that mask on. So he has stayed, you know what I'm saying, seeing me with my mask, you know what I'm saying, around my chin, around my neck, you know what I'm saying. And this was I was training to load trucks. So I'm inside a truck, you know what I'm saying, 75% of the time, you know what I'm saying, sweating and shit. So Ed, he walking past from the walkway and pointing at his lips. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not no dummy, you know what I'm saying? I know what he trying to say, but this whole goes back to what I said at the beginning of the show. I'm a man, and it's a way you approach a man. And you don't approach no man pointing your fingers at your lips. I'm sorry. I don't give no fuck about none of that shit. This is No Cap Podcast. I'm sure you don't walk up to no man pointing your finger at your lips. You know what I'm saying? Just take one finger, pressing against your lips. You know what I'm saying? Like, what type of shit is that? On Shorty, so I give him a look like, hold on. Like, I don't get out like that, church. On Shorty, I don't fuck around like that. You know what I'm saying? If you got something to say to me, you come, you know what I'm saying? What's up? You know what I'm saying? So every time he in ear, so when he'll do that, I'll do it right back to him. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, what the fuck? On Shorty. So, it became to the point every time he was in earshot or walked by, he like put the mask on. I'm like, alright man, walk the bar, dope motherfucker. Ain't no way you can wear this mask for 8-10 hours a day, walk the bar. And I'm keep pushing cause you know what I'm saying, I ain't trying to make it no rap thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it over my face just enough so him can see me. What Smokey said on Shorty, he said, rest in peace Devo on Shorty, he said, Devo be like, shut the fuck up on Shorty. Not on no shut the fuck up shit, but on Shorty, I throw the mask on, Susie out of eye shot, I'm taking that bitch right back off. If I need to. On Shorty, it's like he just didn't understand. So he, not only with me, and I still feel like it was certain people, you know what I'm saying, that he was picking and choosing over, you know what I'm saying, over in their ass about that mask shit. So I just felt like it was over ironic when I had heard the news that he had passed away from COVID-19. I'm like, the mask police? Not the mask police. Not the motherfucker that was running around here putting their fingers in motherfuckers' faces for not wearing a mask when they up in here working for 8 to 10 hours a day when you can just walk through this bitch, go in your office and take your fucking mask off. And that's obviously what the fuck you was doing. And that was one of my issues with the whole thing too, because you walking through this bitch and you telling us to over enforcing our mask shit when we up in here sweating and talking, supposed to talk through a mask into a headset, and you trying to enforce a mask shit on the fucking floor, and you going upstairs, and soon as you off the fucking floor, soon as you out the fucking building, you being careless with your fucking mask. So I just found that very ironic. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to play with the dead. I don't play with the dead. Death is a real thing. Everybody got their time to go. What's understood ain't got to be explained, big dog. But what I'm not gonna do, like I said, and like y'all know, this is the No Cap podcast. What I'm not gonna do is act like everybody that dies a fucking saint. Like, that's one of the things we go through a lot in Chicago. Like, everybody that fucking died, they want to act like they was a fucking saint when they wasn't. Everybody's son get killed. They might want to get on TV like, my baby ain't do nothing but play basketball. Who out the bottom? No, shorty. Your baby was a threat, and he got eliminated because he was out here on some goofy shit. Sometimes when y'all see people get killed on the news, they were supposed to get killed. Everybody not innocent. And I just found that really ironic that he was willing to be an asshole to the people that worked under him about that mad shit. And then soon as you not around them people, you're careless with it, obviously. And like I said, I'm not playing with the dead. Rest in peace, the dude. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their time. I got my time. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no diss track. But I just wanted to point out the irony in the whole situation, man. Especially like with the climate that we in. You know what I'm saying? And then guys like that, you know what I'm saying? I felt like he would do the type, him and even the previous guy, they would do the type of situations that I told y'all about and then try to, you know what I'm saying, feel like they felt justified about that shit. You know what I'm saying? When that shit was bogus, you know what I'm saying, all the way around, but they just think because of who they is and their stature and the color of their skin, they can do what the fuck and they can say what the fuck they want to black and brown people, and that's not how that shit go. I mean, if you believe in karma, if you believe in treating people how you want to be treated, I mean, is that irony? On shorty. So, I mean, I was probably a little bit all over the place, and I'm still probably leaving a few things untouched. And this podcast still went on a little bit longer than I expected it to. I didn't mention, but my last couple of days right now in my life have been very eventful, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm stunning on that shit, you know what I'm saying? I love that shit, you know what I'm saying? Cause I really live by that, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't gonna kill me, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure I'm finna learn from that shit, and it ain't gonna happen again type shit, or I'm finna learn from that shit, and I know how to handle that shit on shorty. But ain't nothing too much on shorty. Ain't nothing too much but death. And the only reason I say death is cause I just wanna, you know what I'm saying, guide my children into adulthood, you know what I'm saying? That's my only thing. I can't leave while they still children. But other than that, come on, man, I'm fearless. I live dangerous, man. I gotta get home to my baby every night, and I don't let nobody play with me. So, RIP the dude, man. Wear y'all masks everywhere. Don't just wear them in front of people and then get careless when you're not around people. I think that's all I got for y'all. Like I said, I did this on the fly. I really just had to put some work out too. And then, like I said, I had a lot going on, so I couldn't even script the show out. Please forgive me. Like I said, I'm getting better with practice. But with all that being said, I'm sure this has been another installment of the No Cap Podcast. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my podcast. We're available on all major platforms. I'm dropping shows weekly. Find me on everywhere: Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Spotify, YouTube, Hidden City Radio, Monday through Friday, 1 p.m., hiddencityradio.net. In a minute, gang.